Alright. Hello and welcome. It is that time once again. I was really hoping to do this last night. You wanna know what happened last night? My internet was out. All night. Not only was it out all night, it was out until about an hour ago tonight. Because AT&T's a fucking bitch. AT&T is an American. I don't know if they're strictly American, but they are my internet service provider for better or worse, and they are absolutely horrendous. So I did do the whole dog bit. So we should have the Cosmolite. Hopefully, to do everything we need to do. I say hopefully because I don't actually know. I just hoped 20 Cygnus corpses was enough. So we need Godslayer chestplate, Godslayer leggings, and a Godslayer mask. So we go from, let's say, 1491 and 163 to 1510 and 1510. What? 169. Not really in need of more critical strike chance, are we? Okay. So what else can we do with our Cosmolite? We've made the Tracers, we made the Aegis, we've made the Sponge. I reckon we're looking pretty decent on the whole of things. Hello, Yarim. Did you hear my rant about AT&T? And there being the worst thing that has ever attempted to provide internet on the planet Earth. Yeah. AT&T is awful. I don't know what ISP you have, but yeah. Just don't have American internet at all if there's any alternative. Which there's not. Oh, I see. Did my internet go? Better not have gone. It's not loading on my phone. My computer says it is connected, though. Hopefully this was not a mistake. My phone just told me the channel I'm looking for, which is my channel, which I have not deleted, might not exist. Oh dear. Tell you what. I might need to get something set up that doesn't revolve around me keeping track of chat on my phone. That was quite a noise that made. So we have... everything looks to be dog tier. So now we need the dragon egg. Which requires... oh. We actually need to kill Bumbleburb. Bumbleburb? Hasn't been Bumbleburb in years. But you know who it is. They will never stop being Bumbleburb to me. You can't make them stop being Bumbleburb. Why can't I make the pheromones? We actually need solar frags. So now we should be able to make exotic pheromones. Get ourselves alcoholic beverages. And then we can head on down. Where is... Let's have a look. See if my phone will connect to my chat so I don't have to set something up in OBS. I like to just watch chat on my phone because I don't have a second monitor or anything like that. And it's just... There's no setup, there's no danger of my phone not working. So I'm sorry if I missed something. I was not trying to. It just is. Oh yeah, auto pause. The bumbling burbs. I rather forgot you did that. So... Oh yeah, you know what I didn't do? I hope I can do it now. I didn't make Omega healing potion. That would be very helpful. As would not dying to Dragon Folly. Dying to Dragon Folly would be a very poor vanguard for our chances against Yaron. At least we got the plushie for that. That would not have been helpful. I was gonna say, this better not have been adrenaline. No. Is that enough? I think that might be exactly enough. Effulgent Feathers. I think it's exactly 15 for the egg. So let's see. Yeah, it is exactly 15. Thank God. So now we're going to need probably something that is not a Plantera arena. Whole surface of the jungle is crimson. I suppose we can just make this into... We could also just build something new. Because I would rather have the unlimited space of the surface. It wouldn't take long, we would just need... Oh. OBS disconnected. Great. Great. Okay. So we appear to be back. If it doesn't crash again, that's fine. Knowing the way it's been, it's going to crash again. I hate my internet chat. I want to grab it and strangle it until it works. Because sadly, a good dose of strangling would likely improve its performance. At the very least, it would give me a fine excuse to go out and buy a new box. Which I could pretend would make things better. My internet went. I don't know if it reflected in the stream, but my internet certainly blew up, or appeared to. OBS told me it disconnected from Twitch and such. So, I would assume it did. Which I hope doesn't continue, because I've had about 24 hours, actually more than that, of the internet not staying connected for more than, like, 20 minutes at a time. Yeah. Hopefully this is the last time. If it does it too much more, I'm just gonna give up and probably, like I said, give AT&T a call tomorrow, because I was kinda hoping it was just, you know, not a lasting issue. Alas, it seems to be. So, how much space exactly are we rocking for Yaron? I'm doing it here because it's probably easier to work with than trying to expand the jungle arena vertically. So, Yaron, how much space did you give me? Stream is not frozen, so just be looking at the wiki. So, behavior. We are working with... What was that explosion? That, I believe, was my Eclipse Mirror, which does not have a reforge on it. Strangely. We don't need more crit chance, really. This will take silence. So, Yaron... Yaron... 125 tiles to the left and right of the player. Measured from their centers. So in reality, it's even less to work with. I don't know how big the pillars are. I'm gonna go... Let's go with 255 mud blocks as the base. That gives them 3 tiles. Yes, I have... There might be an easier way to do this. No, I'm not feeling particularly clever right now. Why the fuck did I blow all that up? We're gonna need to blow up some more Crimson, because, you know, it's... Otherwise it'll spread to the mud, which would be problematic. Oh dear. It's been the 9,000 mud for now. There is probably a more convenient way of doing this, but this will work. So, I've got to admit, look at this arena. And now look at the amount of space that I am going to have for fighting Yaron. This is not gonna be fun. That's actually a really large reduction in the amount of space you have compared to Death Mode. Like, really, really large. Death Mode, you have... How many tiles do you get in Death Mode? Yeah, that is a third of the space you lose for fancying yourself hard enough for Malice Mode. Luckily, Yaron's enrage, at least on the vertical end of things, may as well not exist. At least I treat it as not exist. 660 tiles is a long way. But I am going to block this up, just in case. So I don't want to be out of the arena and into the Sky Islands that will cause my death. There's also not a whole heck of a lot of point having this minecart track. I like how the mechanical cart is just a red flame in the sky. It's very spooky. You know, I don't miss heat and cold. You know what I do miss? Lightning. I actually really do. It's a funny thing to die to. I don't think I ever actually died to the lightning. And now I never will. But mark my words, it would have been funny. So... if this ends up being too small, or... we're probably not far off the right length. It's... And, like, the lightning never did anything wrong. It's just heat and cold were frankly obnoxious. Come to think, I'm not sure I've ever played... Well, unless you count polarities in the fractal world, or whatever it was called, I'm not sure I've ever played a mod that really... Granted, I haven't played Overhaul, which supposedly touches on that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure I've ever played a mod that implements environmental effects that in a way that's truly fun. Like, it's always been more... Even with Calamity, it was always more annoying. Okay. So now we're gonna need us a platform. So the question is how high we can fly. So we will need a platform. The question is, do I want 2 platforms? I think... So since we have unlimited arena buffs, we actually don't need the old campfires and such. So that's a platform, and we'll see how I like having a 3rd platform. I find that I've usually not been a fan, but this feels a little tall. I know he doesn't need to be in a jungle. I think he might need to still... Well, we can try it now. I think you might need to still summon him in a jungle. Yeah, you still need to summon him in a jungle. But he does not need to always be in a jungle. Would be nice if they didn't have summoning requirements, but... Also, we're gonna need to... Come to think. It's gonna feel weird, but I actually kinda want to... Boop. The reason I want to do this is so we can summon him without being at the bottom of the arena. Because that can rapidly become a problem. We're also going to need something to mark where our central point is. Is someone Yaron? This really is not a lot of space. Especially considering some of my usual tactics for Yaron are along the lines of back up and wait for an opening. I'm doing this just to, get a marker for this center area, which is right now only marked by this torch. And we'll see that I've inevitably made a mistake. in pinpointing the center, because I always do. Can we make any fun types of torches? Can we make a rainbow torch? Yes, we can make rainbow torches. Very nice. Rainbow torch. And we also need this to be daytime. Not gonna lie, stealth makes achieving a precision summoning kinda tricky. Oh, goodness gracious, he's fast. My god, is he fast! My... Yeah, he probably has, because... Oh... They should make it to Yaron. Also, I reckon I have made a right bung of where these things should be positioned. No, it's right about at the end of my platforms, it's just the pillars are rather bigger than the 3 tiles I gave them. Did that do... How much did that do? Fuck. Oh god. Well, this ain't it. Yeah, this ain't it. I see this... Well, I don't like our odds. But I will keep trying, because... that is what we can do here. Try the Eradicator on him. I've always hated the charge after the... not bullet hell. Trust me, that's not a proper bullet hell, but charge after the many fireballs that Yaron summons bit. It has always been my biggest struggle point in this fight. Okay. Thanks, right arrow key. I know you are always there for me to be 80% of the time every time. Or however much I reckoned it was actually working for when I tried it a bunch of times. Oh dear. That's not... this is not going well. At least we're far enough from the house that it probably won't kill any of our NPCs. Oh yeah, I forgot to make Omega healing potions. That tornado was so badly positioned for me, it wasn't even funny. Oh wow. They managed to demolish whatever we made. They've demolished me numerous times. And, this is not going to be easy. Not gonna lie, I was rather hoping to beat this tonight. I've since lost all that confidence because... yeah. God, I hate this thing. Go away, Yara. Nobody... No, not nobody likes you, but... nobody wants to kill you likes you, which is... you know, it does run contrary to the wanting to kill you intention, but... look, there's some meaning in the things I'm saying, even if it doesn't seem like it. I hate this fucking phase, man. Oh. Oh dear God. That was possibly the worst way I could have gone about that. I blame lag. It's not lag. Not 100%. But I will pretend it's all lag that's making me look horrendous right now. Even though looks are something short of deceiving here. I am actually doing horrendously. Oh, hello there, Yaron. I was not expecting you so soon, to be quite honest. Oh, I missed my relocator there. So yeah, I should definitely get those Omega healing potions. That was an accidental dash, and a horrendous one at that. Fuck, no relocator. I was less than a second off relocator, but I did not have it. Fuck. Almost dodged. Unfortunately, almost does not remotely count. Well, practice will eventually make adequate. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. I wish it was... I don't wish, because that doesn't make for good entertainment. But I wish you could have heard me mash my right arrow at that last dash. Okay, so can we buy Blood Orb? Yes, we can. No idea how many we actually need. I'm going to assume quite a few. It's like... because the conversion rate, if I'm remembering correctly, is pretty dismal. Yeah. Okay, Omega Healing Potions are online. I wonder if there's anything... I don't know. Off the top of my head, if there's anything that reduces fire damage. Fireball damage. Might be... oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have candles. That would be a little helpful. Wouldn't do a ton, but it would help. Candles are, at this point, a fairly significant buff. So how about we drop candles? These... I mean, I kid myself if I think that they're going to win me this, but they'll help. Once we are all candled up, trying to think what else there is that would be somewhat helpful. We have Triumph Potions. Not that I thought for a second that we didn't. Okay, that is probably as good as it's gonna get. So, come on, Yarn. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm so... ugh. I hate that phase more than the rest of them combined. I hate this. I hate this thing. Well, trust me. If you think the suffering is coming to an end, or if you thought the suffering was coming to an end, you were wrong. Man, I hate relocatoring at the first shard, but I do it if I'm not confident. That was a pretty terrible way of handling that, but... ugh. Man, I actually hate that this right arrow key is, like, somewhat unreliable. Like, you won't catch me blaming it for my own incompetence. 'Cause there's... Oh, you're kidding. Oh, dear God. Well... We're dead. Didn't even try. I would rather he didn't let me win, but... Also, what type of pet owner are you that you want your pet to let someone kill them? Or do you want me to go vandalizing Dryden's lab equipment again? Okay. Come on, you're on. Okay. Good stuff. So far, not terrible, but we're only 20% of the way in. And we all know that I can't play well without bungling everything. Oh. Didn't have a relocator there, did I? They certainly went for it. Lucky! Lucky, 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 lucky! Alright, Yaron. I was gonna say, are you getting mad at 70%? Oh, relocated into a fireball. Oh, you? I hate to say it, but your dragon fought fairly dirty there, if I'm being quite honest. Just teleported on top of me. Spat out solid 24 hours worth of his fireball production. And, you know, took away half my attempt, half my health. He's taken away more than half my attempts. An attempt that was on the whole of things fairly decent. Also, I need to make it daytime again, because Tequila Sunrise. See if I can replicate approximately what I did last time, where I was kinda handling it largely in the vertical aspect. Fuck. Oh dear, I stayed grappled far too long, and I also had the dragon egg out. We do not need to be summoning any additional instances of Yaron. This is complicated enough with one giant dragon. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. Oh, I ran out of flight time there too. Okay. Let's see how. Another few. Another little over an hour of attempts does for us. Ugh. I like that he can just... He's a very perceptive dragon. His ability to... Fuck, this is not gonna be a good one. Not that any of them have been good ones, but... Fucking hell. The unfortunate part of trying to handle it this way is that you end up... Oh, come on. You bloody wanker. Ugh. Is that you end up with a lot of these charges that are just very vertical, which are a lot more difficult to handle because Yaron's off-screen, and dashing into him to avoid the charge is a much more complicated way of going about things. Did I get hit there? No. Did I deserve to get hit there? Yes. Absolutely. Oh god. I shouldn't have taken that adrenaline, but we're getting some value at least. That was also largely a waste of relocator. Wish I had that relocator there. I'm also out of flight time. Oh, dear God. Oh God, that's bad. Okay, this is going to be more... Fucking hell. It was not more fireballs. That's more fireballs. And that was a fairly awful angle to be caught in. Man, imagine Super Malice mode, Yaron, and the change is that would have been a nice time to have relocator. I set the humble goal of making it to Phase 2 today. I will be actually happy if we do that. Yaron, have a little mercy on my poor right arrow key. It just doesn't work the way it used to since... I was gonna say an Indian-looking guy had U-break I fix. Pulled it out and replaced it with a fresh one. The reality is, I don't actually know at all if the guy was Indian. So he didn't tell his name, and he could very well have been just about anything, because skin tone was like really pale brown and he had black hair, so that's probably the set of characteristics that like tells you the least about a person's lineage and country of origin and what have you. But I probably wrongly pegged him as Indian. Oh dear God, I probably wrongly pegged any of that as being a good move. fuck. Oh, you bloody dragon. Stupid dragon. Okay, let's... Remember that nothing else, I am persistent. And it turns out there's a lot you can get in the world just by annoying someone, be it a human or a dragon, enough times about it. Like, you call them one day, you send them an email, you call them the next day, you send them another email, and eventually you get to reminding them, hey, I've sent you X emails and called you Y times, can you please let me kill you? Not literally kill you in all likelihood. That's one of the few exceptions to the rule, but dragons don't know that. Dragons are not savvy to murder being generally frowned upon, judging by their treatment of me. Oh, you're fucking kidding me, and I'm out of flight time. Oh, really, you're doing it again, you piece of garbage. Oh. Fuck. Okay. Keep trying. There's nothing for it but to keep trying. I'm really hoping that I manage to beat Malice. I say this like I'm not gonna keep trying, but I really hope that it's not too much longer before I beat Malice mode. At least what I consider the, like, bosses that you need to beat the game. Because I think I've said it before, I don't actually consider an old title Unworm to be essential, because it's more... The way I think of it is more along the lines of you're killing the dungeon guard in base Terraria. Is it fun to attempt? Yes. Is it necessary? No. Because just like the Dungeon Guardian, the old title Unworm drops one thing. Now granted, that one thing is actually kind of useful. Oh dear, that was awful. That was a really bad time to have... Fascinating. 2,035 damage, you say? I reckon that's because we were outside or beyond the boundaries of the arena, technically. So, let's keep at it. Oh dear. Got it. How much damage should that do to Yaron? That looked like it might have done a lot of damage. Oh dear God, we're out of flight time. That's bad. You mind not doing that, Yaron? Kind of a dick move. Fuck. Okay. I'm popping it now. If I don't get amazing value. God. Am I not doing this, like... quite so frequently? Like, I appreciate that it's a very pretty attack. But listen, I'm a good-looking girl in-game. If pretty attacks were the soul, you fucking dicksicle. Ignore the whole rant about your attacks being pretty, Yaron. I hate you. I see, OBS. Or at least I got a notification from my phone that... And I am... Yeah, this ain't great. This really ain't great, is it? Because I'm watching... Yep, OBS disconnected. We will wait for it to reconnect then. Okay. It seems to have reconnected. And let's... Well, we've at least achieved the goal I set out to do today, which is Phase 2. Let's see if... We have about 45 to 50 minutes left in the segment I want for Terraria, so let us see if we can't push it a little farther than the invulnerability phase in Phase 2. That Yaron rather cheaply decided to attack me. That was so close to being amazing. Dangle. Stinky dragon. Oh yeah, potions. Well, I think we're just gonna die outright to this, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, we're talking dead. GG, boys. At least it's been kinda fun. But we will... At least we got that to 71, which is better than some of the first attempts. Man, I wish teleporters worked. Well, I don't know. I've never tried teleporters in boss arenas, but... Because one of the things I used to do is I used to wire up teleporters and have them just the ability to teleport between the sides of the arena during this phase. And this was also, I think, the only fight. Well, no, I used teleportation potion to dodge dogs' bullet hells, but this was the only other fight in Calamity where I would use Magic Mirror Recall before that became entirely verboten. I believe that is the foreign word I was looking for. You piece of garbage. You won't believe me, but I actually did not see that fireball. Oh, I was actually not expecting a charge when I saw that. I was expecting that. Oh, you fucking shitter. Frick. Yeah. Alright. Let's keep trying this. When you can't get through on talent, you need practice and consistency. And a whole lot of patience. I should have just decided on what I wanted to do instead of deciding on a dash through, and then being like, no, I don't like this. I'm going for relocator, losing relocator, and losing my Eclipse Mirror dodge. But thankfully, because of the Eclipse Mirror dodge, not adrenaline. Oh, nuts. Okay, there might be a problem ahead vertically. It was awfully generous of the game to suppose I didn't get hit there. Fuck. Got it. Oh, come on. I hate that Yaron... It is incredibly late, like... How do I say? It's very late in the cycle what he does before the charge, that where he's going is determined. Which makes it awful to try to avoid Yaron's charges with Relocator. Just awful. Because they just do not have a read on... It requires you to be very stoic, and I also don't have a good read on when he locks target. Oops, still got hit. Okay, come on. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Can you let up on making this attack more complicated, Yaron? It's already difficult enough. Fuck. Cut me some slack, okay? It's hard to... It is hard to be precise. Nope. It is very hard to be precise. Also, I see that the stream has possibly gone offline again. I don't know. Really do need to think about sorting things out with whatever is wrong. I have tried various methods of troubleshooting this already. And nothing simple worked. And it might also be a problem with my computer, for all I know. Since my phone does not have any significant issues at the moment. I guess we'll see how bad this is when I go and... Why did I do that? Oh, you're kidding. When I go and put this... or attempt to put this on YouTube, as soon as my internet can hold still and function long enough for me to upload stuff, because God knows it doesn't do that at the moment. Okay. Are there any other weapons we can make with Cosmolite? We don't... Yeah, we don't have the knowledge. The reason we don't have the knowledge is because of all of the stuff exploding, I believe. I'm fairly sure the ice biome one got exploded too. Yeah, the chest is empty. This might actually have been the sunken sea one, I don't know. Yeah, that might actually have been the sunken sea lab. guess I should be making new bars. Lead bar. Yellow is the first thing I think of when I think of labs, of ice biome labs. Alright, let's see if we can find ourselves an icy lab. It's off in that direction. Still off in that direction. Still off in that direction. Wow, our underground ice biome is thick. Really? Why do these things need to have a charge? Like, what? Why do they need to charge? I understand thematically why they need to charge. But do you really, like, need that? Is it entirely necessary? Like, imagine if you didn't have... There it is. So we'll find out if the chest is empty. Not this chest. This chest will have... that. Yeah, these chests are empty. So I think it's fairly safe to say that we lost both of our... or we lost all of our world schematics. When the mods exploded that one time. And my theory is still the same, that because the security chests are modded chests, they stopped being chests. And... yeah. So how about we go and enable yield cheat sheet so that we can have shenanigans. So that we can have schematics, so we can make some plasma grenades. Dog. What a dog. What a dog. Alright. So let us load up our world and get ourselves whatever the necessary schematic is that we're going to need. The one we cannot craft. Apparently we can craft everyone except the one that kind of has a mountain-esque figure in the middle. So it'll be this one that we... So do we have the voltage regulation system? No, we would need a welly bloom bars. Okay, we need a little welly bloom. That's okay. To the jungle. Well, a bloom bar. I think we needed 5 bars for 25 ore. That should cover us. So grab ourselves. Yep, that covers it. So, well, a bloom bar. And voltage regulation. And apparently I threw it instead of... Wait. Where'd it go? Is it on there? Do I not see it? Am I blind? I appear to be blind. Okay. I always knew I was blind. Oh yeah, I kind of assumed it would go into this here spot. But no, that's where the power cell goes. So schematic. So we can... Well, we could have made one, but we already cheated it in. Good news is we should have more power souls than we know what to think of at this point. Boop. And boop. And correct. And while we're busy doing that, we can die again. I know, dying is everyone's favorite pastime. Move aside, baseball. Death is America's pastime now. In fairness, I'm going to have more success in dying than I've ever had in baseball. Because, well, my entire baseball... I'm not using Fargo's Bo Peebles. At least I don't think so. If it is, I have not enabled it. Does that cause issues with the security test? Also, I died again because I was paying attention to chat. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about my baseball career, which is shortly summarized as 2 foul balls. That is all I've ever done. Literally, that is the entirety. I have never hit the ball and not had it be a foul ball. And even then, I've only hit it twice. So... MLB is gonna come recruiting any of these days now. And, of course, that was not great on my GPT. GPT? No. GPA in high school, because my physical education classes, they were only in freshman and sophomore year, but the physical education classes at my high school were partially merit-based. You could never fail by just being no good at anything, but you could also never get an A by being no good at anything. Which I'm not sure if that's... On the one hand, you know, it's kind of fair because people who are good deserve to be rewarded, but on the other hand, there's people like me who just are not cut from the same athletic cloth, and those aren't skills you learn, or aren't things you become competitive with people who are, and who have experience with over the course of one semester. So honestly, it's kinda not all that fair that, you know, I would always have at least one grade that wasn't an A, though I was not a straight A student by any means for the first 2 years. I think I got I think I made, like, all of 1 merit in the course of 2 years, and that was in doing pull-ups. I know probably nobody cares about stuff that did happen many years ago at this point. Not many, but going on 10 years ago. Okay, so now we can make plasma grenades. Boop. Let's see if these offer any improvement over what we've been using. I see that the tavern keep's been calling the drunk princess. In fairness, the tavern keep rather needs to diversify his selection of alcohols. I reckon he'd be more competitive if he too sold a range of things that gave significant buffs. That was an well, this is a disaster. Partly because I'm trying to figure out how much damage these plasma grenades are doing. That was a disaster. Okay. I didn't get an idea of how good plasma grenades are, so we shall see if they've got any merit. Well, I think we're dead, chat. I have a sneaking suspicion that we have been slain. Or that we're about to be slain. Your Drydon labs disappeared. And when you got rid of it, they spawned fine. Huh. Wonder why that would be, but I don't personally know if... Well, I don't have Fargos enabled. So... Not sure I had it enabled at all this playthrough. I think I might have. But... my heart still tells me that it was as simple as... because every single mod I had broke and the world was loaded that way, anything that was in a modded chest ceased to exist. You know, one way we could test that, I suppose. Well, not really, because it could have fucked up the Astral Chest, too. But we could go find the Astral Chest and see if it's empty. I'm interested in what caused the schematic. So I'm interested in whether my theory is correct. Okay. You know what? Let's take a break from Yaron and see if we can't find ourselves the Astral Chest. What time is it? It's 11:57. So provided it doesn't take too long, we'll still do a couple of attempts at Yaron. Wonder if I opened the Astral Chest. The Astral Chest would be the highest tier loot here, right? That's the jungle chest. Maybe not. Such a weird dungeon, though. Like, this is a really strange dungeon. How it spawned is... There it is. There it is. Okay. So is it empty? Yeah, it's empty. Or at least can be mine. Hmm. Okay. Let's give it... Well, let's see how long each try takes. Bollocks. Not sure about these plasma grenades versus the Eclipse's fall. Maybe because my accuracy with them is balls, but also the Executioner's blade is atrocious. You should reforge that and give it another try as well. Not that I think our choice of weapon is, like, going to immensely impact the fight. Just about finding the one that requires me to be the least good. There's even a difference between the weapon that requires me to be the least good and the weapon that is the best. Fuck. God, I hate health. Not good. But how late the tracking on the charge comes. Let's see, how do I think this is doing? This is doing alright. It's not amazing. It's obviously better if you happen to be above Yaron. What is the stealth strike on this thing? I should probably have a look and find out. Let's see, what does this thing do on stealth? It looks like just a few extra projectiles that are fairly close to me. Which isn't exactly an extremely strong stealth effect. Should check what plasma grenades do, if anything, on stealth too. You know, that did, like... Okay, but that... Problem is that this does... respectable damage steadily without requiring me to focus on stealth. Damn it. That's too early. How many of our accessories are silent? Because I reckon... we are probably... well, I should... Unless we're using Eclipse's Fall. Does that do anything for stealth? I don't know. I think Eclipse's fall had a decent stealth effect. Well, Plasma Grenade stealth is most certainly not it. Oh wow, I did not largely miss the shots in that adrenaline. What I did miss was that timing, and that timing. Which was a pretty good attempt into a very mediocre one. By pretty good, I mean above average for me. What? Oh. Good grief. Can we at least escape phase 1 hell tonight? Nope, not this time. Not this time. You didn't say the magic words. Actually, I think I might have said please there. And you know, the consequences were fairly similar to those in Jurassic Park, where I got eaten by a large reptile. I can sympathize with the characters of that movie after getting eaten and burned to a crisp and then eaten, probably, because, you know, you need to feed the dragon somehow. Can you get out of my grill, Yaron? I don't really like it when you're this much up in my grill. I'd rather you kept a good, nice, long distance. Preferably not shot fireballs. And if you did shoot fireballs, make them nice and slow and predictable and supremely easy to dodge. Because that's how humans generally like things. We like to minimize the danger of getting devoured and maimed and incinerated and... Well, honestly, there aren't that many other ways dragons kill people, but... Suppose you do weigh enough to crush me at the very least. Alright. Okay. If we can get to phase 2, I will be actually happy. As sad as that is. You're upside down, Yaron. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, there's a very, very solid chance we die during the invincibility phase. Oh hey, we didn't die during the invincibility phase. Not that it counts for much, because we're not going to beat Yaron this time. Yeah. That is unfortunately the best of the night. I say we give it one more. So let's do this thing. And then I'll attempt to... I don't know what I'll attempt to do. I'll see what improvements I can make between streams. Like, it's actually quite possible there's an accessory that's better than the Eclipsier, for instance. Though the dodges are fairly nice. So, I'm not sure. Also, that fireball was very well concealed. So, let's see. Nope. Didn't quite time that right. Did not time that right either. Potion is in never, so if we want to make phase 2, we're gonna have to do so without it. Bollocks! Oh. Yeah, we went out of bounds. Stupid, stinky out of bounds. doing stinky out of bounds things. I don't know what I was saying anymore. It makes absolutely no sense. So, I'm gonna go let Gracie out. Then we'll be back with Pokemon. And I will see you then, hopefully.